Hey guys, it's Nanette with Heart Baby Home. So today we're looking at heart number 44, and I see most of the defects are surrounding the aorta. So let's start up at the top with the coarctation of the aorta. Coarctation means narrowing, and it's just where the aorta gets pinched right after the arch, and that's right where the blood goes out to the body. So it just makes it harder for the blood carrying the oxygen to get out to the body. Now let's talk about the PDA, patent ductus arteriosus. That's an extra passageway between the aorta and pulmonary artery, and that will allow blood to flow both ways depending on which way the pressure is. Now, adults don't usually have that, or even kids. That's something that you have when you're a fetus, and it usually closes within 2 to 10 days after you're born. And so sometimes that'll let surgeons have a few extra days before they have to do a surgery. And sometimes they have to actually go in and close up. It's not something a normal heart should have. And next I see aortic root dilation. Okay, so the root of the aorta is where it leaves the heart, where it leaves the left ventricle. And so if you look right behind the valve, the aorta is bigger right there, or dilated. Now it's not an aneurysm, so it hasn't like blown up to the side like a balloon or anything. It's just a little bit bigger than it should be. Then we also have a BAV, that's a bicuspid aortic valve, and that's where, so the valve right there has 3 parts to it, and all 3 of the parts open and close, and that's what makes it a one-way valve, so that the blood can go out to the aorta, but it won't come back into the left ventricle through the aorta. But in this heart, bicuspid, bi means 2, and so that means 2 of those leaflets have fused together, so instead of having 3 parts, it only has 2 parts. And so that makes it harder for the blood to get in, because it's like a doorway that only opens halfway. Then we have subaortic stenosis, and that's where the blood flow is limited below the aorta because there's an extra membrane below the valve. And then there's also a PFO, which is a patent foramen ovale, and that's a lot like an ASD, which is a hole between the 2 atria, but instead of being a hole, it's a flap. So then anytime there's pressure, then that flap can open. So like if you cough or sneeze, or sometimes if there's just lots of pressure in the heart, then that'll open. So sometimes those close on their own and heal up, and sometimes they have to fix those surgically. And it looks like that's it for heart number 44. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you appreciated this video. If you have any questions, or you would like me to draw you a new heart image, you can find me at heartbabyhome/contact. I'm also on Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thank you.